So I'm out here in Oslo, Norway, walking down this hallway, and I'm looking at all these skis that are out here. I'm at this ski resort. Now I messed around, and the American and Canadian Olympic teams are out here practicing. Like, keep in mind, the Olympics are over with, but they out here practicing, and all these skis and stuff are around, and it kind of hit me, especially being around all these different athletes. They don't wake up asking themselves if they feel inspired to train today. They train because that's the schedule. But when it comes to musicians, artists, they treat their music completely different, man. Artists are waiting for inspiration. But the people who really make it in music, they don't operate that way, man. Let me ask you a question. Do you think people like Drake build a career waiting for the vibe to, wait, Drake might be a bad example. But do you think Tupac recorded all that music because he only went into the studio when he felt creative? Tupac had more records when he was dead than he was alive. And that's because he put in all those reps. He went into the studio with intent. You know what I mean? So this is what's on my mind. Let's get it. Behind the Bars. What it do, what it do? Listen, I go by the name of P the Politician, where I give game to independent artists who want careers and don't want to chase trends. So here's the problem that most artists don't realize. You're judging your music career by songs when you should be judging it by training sessions. Athletes judge themselves by training sessions, while artists judge themselves by songs. And that's kind of the wrong measurement behind it. So instead of just talking about inspiration, I want to give you something practical, a 7-day artist training workout. This is how you start treating music like training instead of waiting for the mood to hit. So we're going to start off with day 1 through 2. These are going to be your skill reps. These are your drill days, because guess what? Athletes run drills. So artists should run creative drills. So for example, here's what you're going to do. You're going to write a minimum of 2 verses a day. If you can write more, that's great. You're going to freestyle for 15 minutes straight. Once again, if you can do more, that's great. And you're going to write a minimum of 2 hooks. That's it. If you can do more than that, that's great. But you're not getting in the booth. The point is not to make songs. The point is building this skill set, all right? On day 3 through 4, this is going to be your song construction days. You're going to take the strongest idea from those drills in the previous days, and then you're going to turn them into actual songs. You're going to focus on structure, hook strength, writing a second verse that holds the record together. This is where the songs actually get built. On day 5 through 6, these are your performance reps. Now you're practicing recording like it's release day. That means you're going to take the recording seriously. I know everybody's got access to a studio that they don't really have to pay for. You can go in your bedroom and make your records. But you're going to take the recording serious. You're going to perform your vocals with energy. And you're going to finish the songs even if they're not perfect. Because recording is a skill set too. You don't just hop in the booth and record. You can talk to any artist who's been recording for years. That's something they had to learn how to do inside the booth. Because a great song on paper still dies if the performance isn't there. And here's what you're going to do on day 7. This is the part that most artists never do. You're going to review your work. You're going to ask yourself, what idea actually felt like a record? Where'd your performance fall apart? What skill do you need to train for the next week? Now you're not guessing anymore, you're training. And here's some insight for you, right? Most artists judge their career based on the songs released, but professionals judge themselves on the reps completed. For example, an athlete might train 5 or 6 days a week. I just showed y'all I'm out here. The Olympics are over with, and these athletes are still out here training, man. And if they train 5 or 6 days a week, that's 250 plus sessions a year. But most artists, they maybe do 10 to 20 serious studio sessions in a year and then wonder why nothing happens. So going back to all of these athletes that are out here, They already know when their next training session is. But most artists are still waiting for inspirations and waiting for the right vibes to show up, man. Stop waiting for inspiration. Start training. Once again, I go by the name of P the Politician, where I give game to artists who want careers and don't want to chase trends. Don't get mad, get motivated. Bow.
Behind.